Okay, quick channel update. I think I'm actually going to do 3 videos a week. Monday will be Anything Goes, Wednesday will be Replies, Fridays will be Philosophy. The video I'm going to upload Wednesday was originally intended for Monday, which is why in the upcoming Wednesday video, I will say something like, I uploaded this today, but I'm actually going to upload it Monday. That video was a reply, so it's going on Wednesday. So yeah, it's actually Friday right now. I'm doing this one early. So yeah, I'll be doing 3 videos a week. And before I start this video, I just want to say something. I've been rereading Wittgenstein, and I want to tell you something. He is very difficult to understand and very easy to misunderstand. So if you ever hear the words Wittgenstein said, well, Wittgenstein, if you hear the word Wittgenstein, be very, very, very worried. He is probably one of the most easily misquoted, misunderstood people ever. So be very, very worried if you hear that. In fact, if anyone says Wittgenstein says, just assume that they're wrong. Unless you can verify it yourself, just assume that they're misquoting Wittgenstein somehow. I mean, Republic of Sandal's video on him was like really was based on people saying Wittgenstein said, and yeah, it was bad. Anyway, on to the point of this video. I've just read the first 2 sections of this book, so the first 66 pages. It's a really awesome guy named Alain de Botton. He had this BBC special on philosophy and happiness. A very long, it was a whole TV show series. So you should look up Alain de Botton on the internets. I also have his I have Plato's Republic, and he has a foreword to Plato's Republic, or the collected works of Plato. It's pretty awesome. But the book is Religion for Atheists. It's really interesting. The basic idea of Religion for Atheists, the subtitle being A Non-Believer's Guide to the Uses of Religion, is the idea that since we're atheists, like I'm an atheist, we don't have to worry about being punished by supernatural gods for liking particular religions. So I can say, well, Judaism has some cool holidays. I'm going to celebrate those holidays. And Buddhism also has some cool stuff. I'm going to do some Buddhism stuff. And Islam, I like this thing over here that Islam has. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, Catholicism, I like this thing here. I'm going to do that too. We don't have to worry about being punished for doing that. So yeah, when I say we don't have to worry about being punished, I'm not talking about ethics here. I'm just talking about the fact that atheists have a special position when it comes to religion, and that atheists can dine in every religious cafe and buffet there is, whereas the strict religionist has to only go to the one religion's buffet, and they have to eat everything on the plate. And atheists, we're not going to eat the supernatural foods. We're going to leave the supernatural foods at the religion cafe to itself. But we can feel free to dine at the secular portions of all of these religious buffets. So like the Catholic buffet and the Jewish buffet and the Buddhist buffet. Because the thing about religion is a lot more than belief in God. If your only position is that you believe there's a God and that's it, well, that's not religion. That's deism. Deism is just there's a God. That's pretty much it. There's not much more to it. So yeah, there's a lot. I've only read the first section of the book, so I'll probably do more stuff on it. So some stuff he's brought up so far in the first 66 pages is community and atonement. So the first part is how Catholicism's really good at community, really good at getting strangers of all economic classes and ethnicities who are Catholics together at that Mass, has them follow these certain rules, and is just really good at building communities, getting strangers to know one another on equal footing at the Mass, and how great that is. And he also brings up this idea of the agape restaurant. Agape, I forgot the name, what it means, but the basic idea of the agape restaurant is simply get everyone to eat communally. Everyone at the restaurant eats communally and follows certain rules and asks deep questions of each other. Oh yeah, he brings it up because there used to be agape feasts in Catholicism, where Catholics would get together with the whole community and eat a whole bunch of food and stuff. They replaced it with the Eucharist and communion because the agape feasts got kind of rowdy sometimes. But they got with the community and they got to turn strangers into friends. So the restaurant, people would go there and they would meet the community based on the old agape feasts of Catholicism, which is really good for building community, where people would eat communally with strangers, turn those strangers into friends. Also, it's very good for building tolerance, because it's really hard to be intolerant with people you just had an agape feast with, that you just ate supper with. And also, he talked about how Catholicism understood how easy it is to, during a feast while people are eating, to teach some homilies and moral views and stuff. So yeah, that was the other part. And the second part that he was talking about was Judaism, and how atheists can sort of appropriate, in a secular version, a Jewish holiday called Yom Kippur. The Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur is the Day of Atonement. Basically, the idea it happens September 25th. I think near the end of September is Yom Kippur. And basically what you do is, if you feel like you've ever been rude to anyone that year, you apologize. Or if you feel like you've inconvenienced anyone in that year since the last Yom Kippur, you try to find these people and apologize and make amends. That's the basic idea. So yeah, during Yom Kippur, you sit back and you reflect on the year that just occurred. So if you reflect from that point to the last Yom Kippur, where last time you reflected like this for Yom Kippur, and I think that's really great. I don't see why atheists can't come in and eat of that food, take from that buffet, because there's nothing supernatural about it. You don't have to believe in a deity of any kind. You don't need Yahweh to either celebrate Yom Kippur or to understand and sort of apply Yom Kippur to your life. So that's just another example of Botton's point of atheists being able to eat from the buffets of all religion. He doesn't use the term in this book so far, but I know he did in an interview, so I feel free to use the buffet analogy. And yeah, that's just 2 points right there. The Mass and agape feasts of Catholicism builds community. Jewish holiday of Yom Kippur helps stop resentment, helps us understand resentment and forgiveness more, and helps people who celebrate Yom Kippur, helps them become better people in general. So yeah, just right there, those are two things that atheists can appropriate. Atheists can try to appropriate a agape festival feast, which is a bit harder to do, but maybe it could be done. And what's easier for atheists to appropriate is some version of a Yom Kippur. We don't have to call it Yom Kippur because we're atheists, but we can do it. We can celebrate Yom Kippur anyway. Even we don't have to call it Yom Kippur, and we don't have to do it on September when it happens. Although it would help because there's already people doing it at that time anyway. But yeah, that's basically the point. Those are the 2 things so far. I'll try to do more videos. Maybe I'll do it on the next Friday or the Monday after that. More stuff up here. More examples of things that atheists can appropriate from religion buffets. Thank you, bye.